Imagine this, a playful child, full of life, suddenly burning with fever, covered in a fiery red rash that spreads like wildfire. Doctors rush in, but it's too late. Complications set in, and a family is shattered forever. This isn't a horror story from the past. It's happening right now, in 2026. Measles, the disease we thought we'd buried, is clawing its way back. But why? And who will it strike next? Stay tuned. The answers might save your family. What is measles? Measles isn't just a childhood bug. It's a ruthless virus, one of the most contagious diseases known to humanity, caused by the measles virus. It spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes, hanging like an invisible trap for up to 2 hours. One person can infect up to 18 others in a single room. Symptoms start innocently: high fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes. Then comes the hallmark, a blotchy red rash starting on the face and marching down the body. But don't be fooled, this isn't harmless. In 2026, with global cases surging, measles is proving its deadly edge. Worldwide, it infected over 10 million people in 2023 alone, killing 95,000, mostly kids under 5. In the US, 2025 saw over 2,200 cases, the highest in decades. As of February 5th, 2026, 733 confirmed measles cases have been reported in 20 states, with outbreaks in 17 states. South Carolina leads with the largest outbreak, involving hundreds of cases. Other notable clusters include cross-border activity in Utah and Arizona. 6 measles cases were reported among international visitors to the United States. Measles has also seen a disturbing resurgence across the continents. As of early 2026, the WHO reports highlight how countries are grappling with outbreaks that threaten decades of progress, with vulnerable populations bearing the brunt. South America is seeing a concerning uptick in measles cases in early 2026, part of a broader America surge with a 32-fold increase in 2025. Canada is experiencing a notable measles resurgence in 2026, following the loss of its measles elimination status in November 2025 due to sustained transmission exceeding 12 months. In Europe, this surge has led to measles circulating in 25% of the region's countries, with outbreaks verified as endemic in 27 out of 33 previously measles-eliminated nations. By January 2026, 6 countries in Europe, Armenia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Spain, the United Kingdom, and Uzbekistan, officially lost their measles-free status due to re-established endemic measles transmission, persistent outbreaks, and immunity gaps. Asia faces an even more dire scenario, with some of the world's highest measles burdens concentrated in South and Southeast Asia, as well as parts of Central and East Asia. Provisional data from June 2025 to November 2025 shows Asia dominating global outbreaks, with Indonesia topping the global list with 14,406 cases in late 2025, following a 2025 outbreak where 17 children died in East Java alone, prompting emergency campaigns. Australia has reported a moderate increase in measles cases in early 2026, with 22 confirmed cases as of February 6th, mostly linked to international travel from high-risk areas like Southeast Asia. The Western Pacific region alone saw a 743% increase in cases from 2022 to 2024, a trend continuing into 2026 amid conflicts, poverty, and vaccine hesitancy. Africa remains a hotspot for measles, with at least 20 countries battling outbreaks in early 2026, exacerbated by conflicts, displacement, and low immunization coverage. Trends show high burdens in countries like the Democratic Republic of the Congo, The devastating toll on children is a parent's worst nightmare. For the child, measles is a brutal assault. Beyond the fever and rash, 1 in 5 unvaccinated kids ends up hospitalized. Complications strike hard. Pneumonia ravages the lungs. Encephalitis swells the brain, leading to seizures, hearing loss, or permanent brain damage. In rare but terrifying cases, subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, SSPE, a fatal brain disorder, can emerge years later. Death rates up to 1 to 3 per 1,000 infections in vulnerable groups. And immune amnesia? Measles wipes out the body's memory of other diseases, leaving kids open to future infections for years. Picture little Emma, a fictional but all too real story based on recent cases. At age 3, she contracts measles at a daycare. Her tiny body fights, but pneumonia sets in. Ventilators hum as her parents watch helplessly. She survives, but with lifelong asthma and cognitive delays. This is the hidden horror, not just survival, but a life forever altered. The ripple effects, devastating. Parents face sleepless nights, mountains of medical bills. A single hospitalization can cost $20,000 or more in the U.S., crippling families financially. Emotionally, the guilt is crushing. Why didn't I vaccinate? Whispers through tear-filled vigils. Siblings suffer too, isolated from school, watching their family unravel. Society pays a heavier price. Outbreaks strain hospitals, costing millions in containment. The 2019 U.S. outbreak alone tallied $3.4 million per state. Schools closed.
Due to the ongoing situation, all public schools in the district
will be closed until further notice.
We are working to minimize the disruption.
Productivity plummets, trust erodes. In 2026, with the U.S. likely losing its measles eliminated status after a year of sustained spread, we're seeing echoes of pre-vaccine eras. Entire communities quarantined, economies disrupted. Globally, measles fuels poverty cycles in low-income areas, where one death cascades into family destitution. This resurgence isn't just medical, it's a societal earthquake. So, why the comeback? We had measles on the ropes, eliminated in the U.S. in the year 2000 thanks to vaccines, but vaccine hesitancy, fueled by misinformation, has slashed measles-containing vaccine coverage rates. U.S. kindergarten MMR coverage down to 92.7%, below herd immunity's 95%. Exemptions hit record highs. Also, global disruptions from COVID left 22 million kids unvaccinated. Travel imports the virus, 6 cases in U.S. from international visitors in 2026 already. Ditto for Australia. These are the same for other developed countries. Declining vaccination rates, often below the 95% herd immunity threshold, misinformation, and post-COVID disruptions continue to fuel the resurgence. In other countries, resurgence is exacerbated by poverty, conflicts, displacement, and vaccine hesitancy. Climate change and conflicts worsen the resurgence, pushing the vector closer. It's a perfect storm, brewing since 2020. But hope isn't lost. Prevention is simple and doable. Get the MMR vaccine, 2 doses for 97% protection. It's safe, effective, and free in many places. Check your status. Adults born before 1957 might need a booster. For families, vaccinate kids at 12 to 15 months and 4 to 6 years. In communities, promote school requirements, counter myths with facts, wash hands, cover coughs, stay home if sick. Catch-up campaigns can also be implemented in areas with low measles vaccination coverage. Globally, WHO urges urgent vaccination drives. It's saved 59 million lives since 2000. You can be the shield. We've seen the terror of measles' return, the ravaged children, broken families, and crumbling societies, but with action, we can turn the tide. Yet, as cases climb in 2026, one question haunts. What if this resurgence spirals into a full-blown pandemic? Will we act in time or let history repeat its deadliest chapter? Subscribe now. Your family's future depends on it.